This is Shelley from One Roast Vegetable, and I welcome you tonight into the test kitchen. I'm actually standing on the other side of the counter from where I'm normally standing because it's nighttime, and so the sun is blaring in on me. But I've got a confession to make. I'm making this video specifically for the people who are in the Quebec region or near me to talk about the cooking class that's coming up on Saturday, November 22nd. You're going to come in here to the test kitchen, 3 people only. We're going to cook together for the afternoon. But the confession that I have to make is that I don't like teaching the same class more than twice. And so since I've already done the roast chicken and apple pie class before, since I've already sent out information to you, I've decided to change the class. But I've changed it for the better. The new class is going to include 4 meals that you can make for $2 or less, plus a dessert, also $2 per less or per serving. Again, the class is limited to only 3 people. The class fee includes everything, all the groceries. Oh, I might even buy some wine if you're really nice. The Tupperware that you can take home all the leftovers with. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about what's coming up with that class in another video that you're going to get in a few days. But today I wanted to give you just a little tip before I go, something you can actually use today. This is instant beef soup. Commonly like Mr. Noodles, or sometimes you get it in a little cup. Before we discovered, and they're cheap, this is like 45 cents a package. Before we discovered, very carefully read the information on the back, this is 14 grams of fat, surprisingly. It turns out they fry the noodles before they put them in a package like this. So while it's cheap, 14 grams of fat is kind of heinous. And so what I've done is I've made up another recipe. I'm just going to get a pot here. Made up a homemade version of the exact same thing that we make up once a week for Andre's lunch, and it's got 1 gram of fat. So I'm just going to give you this quick recipe now. Packages of Chinese egg noodles. We put 2 of them in the pot. So they come in a square like this, so that's 2. This is frozen corn. Any brand will do. This one is Arctic Gardens, but it doesn't matter. And really you want like a handful, like that. Then we go to the frozen peas. Now I'm sorry the frozen peas are so weird. I mean, look at the size of this bag. This is the only size they had at Loblaws when I was there last week. But you'll also notice this is no name brand, and we don't need anything expensive or fancy for this. So again, we want a handful. Can I do this? Is it going to go everywhere? Come, there, good. Then we're going to add 2 cups of beef broth and 1 cup of chicken broth. Put it together, bring it to a boil, turn it off. Set it aside and let it sit maybe, I don't know, Andre, would you say 10 minutes or so? For the noodles to gonfler. Everybody, I'm making this video for everybody in Quebec, they speak French. 15 minutes pour les noodles gonfler, for everybody, for all the noodles to swell up. And then you divide it into containers, store it in the fridge, take it in your lunch. So, 14 grams of fat, 1 gram of fat. So I hope you're going to be free to join me on November 22nd when I teach the new and improved class with 4 meals, $2 or less. And I'll tell you more about those meals in another video. Thanks, bye!